Okay, well, hey everybody, it is April the 4th, 2019, and this calls for new consultants or women that are planning on recruiting people that maybe it could help you kind of learn what to say to your new consultant. So either way, it's all good. And I just want to thank those of you that called in live. It's so much easier to do a call like this when you actually have someone looking at you or that's called in than talking to yourself. Although, you know, I can talk to myself too. Nobody talks back when I talk to myself, right? So my name is Colson-Eyre, and I am a future executive sales director, senior sales director with Mary Kay, and I have been building my Mary Kay business for 33 plus years. And so I have had there's been a lot of changes in Mary Kay since I signed up. I was in my 20s and now I'm in my 50s, and you know, Mary Kay's just getting better and better, and I just love it. The things that they're doing for new consultants is really quite amazing. And so I want to talk about just a couple of those right now. Turn my phone off. And the first one I want to talk about is your initial inventory order. Oh, sorry, y'all. Okay, your initial inventory order. There's a lot of different free things that Mary Kay gives new consultants. So we're going to talk about your initial order, and then we're going to talk about your order as a new consultant for your first 4 months in the business and what you get free. Because this is something new that they just started in July of this year, and we're like, wow, this is amazing. I wish they had this when I was a new consultant. I mean, this would have helped me so much. So this is a way that you can really build your inventory and get a lot from Mary Kay for free. And some of it's unlimited, some of it's limited. So I'm going to talk to you about it. So first of all, I want to talk to those of you that are in the business for your first 15 days. Like you have not been in longer than 15 days. At that time, there is a order that you can do with Mary Kay that you actually get a whole free glamour look for yourself. It's a color compact with 3 eyeshadows, a cheek color. It's got your mascara, a lip gloss, a lipstick, a lip liner, and a mascara. So it has this whole color look. And the compacts is not even the compacts I'm showing in this picture. If you're looking at the video, it's actually the brand new one. So it's actually worth it's worth $132, I believe, or $131. And so that is your free gift if you get your very first order in 15 days of the day you sign up. And if the total order is at least $600. Okay, so let's talk about that a little bit. First of all, let me say that inventory is not required to do your Mary Kay business. You can buy your kit and you get a consultant number, you're in. But the thing about it is once you start going and rolling in it and you start having parties and people start finding out you sell Mary Kay, what happens is people go, oh, Mary Kay, I used to wear Mary Kay. I would like to get some of that cleanser. You got any? And then you go, oh, well, I don't have any cleanser right now, but I can order you some. And they'll go, oh, well, you know, just let me know then. If you're going to place an order sometime soon, let me know. And sometimes you lose a sale because they really need a cleanser like that day. Okay, then the other scenario is once you have people that start buying from you, like let's say they go to a party and they buy the skincare. Then in about 2 months, 2 to 3 months, they're going to call you and say, hey, you know what? My cleanser and my day cream are getting low, and so I want to go ahead and order it. And then they expect you kind of to have it, because my customers really don't even do that. They text me and they say, this is what they say. I should show you the text. I'm completely out of foundation. Can I come over and get some? Like, I'm completely out. They wait until they use the very last bit, like they don't have any to put on that morning. I've had people say, is there any way you can deliver it this morning? And I'm like, okay, you know, or I'm completely out of cleanser. And so they wait, but in their defense, they know I have inventory on hand and they know that I can just get it right to them. But I think that's why I have customers that have been buying from me for 30-something years, is I just have a full store of inventory. So I'm going to swing this picture around so that you can kind of see, if you can. That is my inventory over there. Now I have some drawers and some different things. So I have everything I need just on my shelf, so that when people order stuff from me, I can just go right over there and grab it. And I just love that. I love not having for them to have to wait. I love just to be able to take care of it. So today even I had 3 or 4 reorders. People needed some different things, and I just went over there and grabbed it. Okay. So anyway, that's kind of the advantage of having inventory. The other thing that's cool is that if you have a party and you already have products on hand, you can bring your products. Like when I have a party, let's say I have a party with 6 people, then I will try to get the guest names and call them and say, what kind of skin do you have? You know, more dry to normal, more combination to oily. And so if they say, I'm dry to normal, you know, I'll say, okay. And then what I will do is I will actually bring a miracle set for every person that's coming to my party. And I do a little special that I give a free charcoal mask if they buy a miracle set at the party. And I also give the CC cream at half price. So what I do is in my miracle set bag, I put a charcoal mask in there, and then I put a CC cream in there. And then I have extra CC creams to swap out. So usually if I'm going to a lady's house to do a party and I know we have 6 people there, I will bring 6 miracle sets, 6 charcoal masks, and a variety of CC creams. Because I know that like then if I may not bring my whole inventory, obviously, because there's too much of it. But then if they buy it, I say, oh, and I have it right now. You can take it home with you. And I'm telling you, people get so excited about getting to take it home that night and start using it. And then I can deliver the other little stuff the next day. So that's one of the ways that I, work my business. Of course, the other thing is if I am at my house doing a party, I can just walk them on in here, and I mean, we just load them up, and they love it. And sometimes if I just have 1 or 2 people, I have a little table that I do my facials right in here by the inventory. And so they get excited that they can take it home with them. So there's a couple of different things to tell you. Like one is the minimum order when you get in Mary Kay to get a 50% discount is $225. That's what you pay, and you get $450 worth of product. So once you do that, that's what in Mary Kay we call an active order. So some people, like when they join Mary Kay, maybe that's all they can do right then, or maybe that's all they want to do, and they just do what they call an active order. They get active. And at that level, you don't get free products, but at least you're active, you got 50% off, and you're started, right? And then you can continue ordering, and you still can get some free products in your first 4 months. And I'm gonna go over that in a second. So if that's your first order, then that's it. And then you'll go to the next thing that we call ready, set, keep selling. But let's say you look at this inventory book and you say, you know what, let me look through it and see kind of what I'm gonna need. And there's a little thing in here that kind of tells you, according to how many parties you're gonna do, how much product that you need. And it asks you how much do you want to sell each week? How many selling appointments do you have? Are you going to go to the success meetings? Do you have some goals? And then it adds up and tells you whether you might need to come in with what they call a full inventory. A full store in Mary Kay for a new person is $3,600. And, when I joined, I was in my 20s. I was making $4.05 an hour at my job. And my paycheck, once I took all the stuff out, was $130 a week. And so when someone told me, if I'd have thought about a $3,600, I'd be like, I don't even really have $36, much less $3,600. And that's just what I thought, because I thought you had to take it out of your own pocket to do it. And I just didn't have the money. So there are a couple of different ways to get your money for your inventory. Because let's say you go, look, I don't have the money, but if I did have it, I would love to have a full store and just have everything I need. So just like any business, sometimes you have to invest in a business, and there's different ways to invest. One of the easy ways, probably if you have decent credit, is to apply for the Mary Kay Chase Rewards Card. It's 0% financing, it's 0% interest for your first 12 months. So that's a great way to do it, because then you could just divide it into 12 payments and pay it off in your first year and have no interest. That's like, getting a loan from your grandma or something. You just pay them off. Grandma's not going to charge you interest, I hope, right? Okay, so that's one thing that you can do. In the Mary Kay Chase Visa, you can apply for right online, right on the Mary Kay website, on the Mary Kay In Touch site. That's one place you can do it. If you do apply for it, you would apply for it on your computer, because if you do and you get it, it will tell you how much you get, like what the credit limit is, and it will also give you the number right on the screen and the expiration date, and you can use it right then, like that day, which is pretty neat. There's other credit cards you can apply for too. Discover It is a good one. There's some Capital One ones that if you have your credit awesome, you could do that and get a low credit limit, but at least it would be a start. So that's one idea. Okay, another idea, when I started, I actually went to the bank and I just got a little loan. I had a car that was paid off. My parents had given it to me. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to use this car. I'm going to start my business and get what I need. So I just used my car as the collateral, and I got the money from my bank, and I had a certain payment that I had to make each month for a year. And that's how I did it. Other people have savings that they're saving up for something, and this is a great return on your money, because as you get double your money, where else could you put $1,000 into something and make $1,000? That's pretty awesome. So that's another way. Okay, another way, and believe it or not, I'm going to tell you some crazy ways, is I've had people sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace and things like that. Not Mary Kay, because we're not allowed to sell Mary Kay on Marketplace, but they have sold things in their house like computers, blue jeans, shoes, baby clothes, purses, jewelry, household things. I've seen them sell, mattresses, whatever, all kind of things from their house on Facebook Marketplace. You can find everything. So I've had some women that actually looked around their house on stuff that they didn't need or want, and they sold it on Marketplace and got enough money to get their Mary Kay inventory. Isn't that something? So there's a lot of different ways. My sister, when she started Mary Kay, she called our parents, and they loaned her the money to get her inventory order. So you may have someone in your life that loves you, that would loan you the money to get your business started. So you know what? Just don't discount it because you don't have, if you're there with no money, think of all the different ways maybe you could get money, okay? Because there's a lot of different ways and different ideas out there to get some money if you had to have it, or, to start a business. So kind of think about that before you say, don't just look at what's in your checking account, is what I'm saying, okay? So if you can, like that $3,600, it's amazing. Oh, some people right now are taking their tax returns. Instead of blowing it, they're investing it in a business. And that what should be, just think about me, 30-something years. I'm so glad that I, went out and borrowed a little bit of money to get myself going, because I never would have been able to do it otherwise, all right? So anyway, if you, in Mary Kay, let's say you decide to do one of the packages. They start out at $3,600. And then if you purchase that much and it's your very first order, Mary Kay has these free bundles. And the bundles are worth $158, $154. And you get, for the $3,600, you get 6 of them free. 6 bundles free. So what it makes is where you would actually get $1,158 in free products. In addition to that, you also get, that includes the 129 free or 130 something free for the if you do it in the 15 days. So that's almost $1,200 in free products that you're going to get, which is pretty amazing, right? And so if I had to start over today, I do a $3,600 because I know I'll get all that stuff free. Okay, and then it just goes down. There's a $3,000, and that one you get 5 bundles free. There's a $2,400, you get 4 bundles free. All the bundles are $158. If you get 3 of them, you get 3 bundles free. At that level, it's called a Star Consultant level. That's the $1,800, and at that one, what happens is your name gets on a little locator list, and people are trying to look for someone to sell Mary Kay from or to buy Mary Kay from. They go to marykay.com. They put in a zip code. All the Star Consultants come up first, which is pretty awesome. So you get a better chance of getting some new customers online like that. And it also is a point of recognition in Mary Kay. And then they have the $1,200 and then the $600. So the $600 is for someone, we, in Mary Kay, we laugh sometimes, we call that personal use, because honestly, I was talking to one of our director friends, Sayla, and I said, 600s are hard to do because you can't really get anything. You start ordering 2 or 3 miracle sets and you're done. So, you wait till you start putting it on there, because, the miracle set is $110. So, you could get 11 miracle sets, but that's nothing else with it. Or you could get 6 miracle sets and then get some charcoal mask, CC cream, microderm, just a couple of the popular sellers, So, but even with that one, you do get one of the bundles free, and that gives you $333 of free product. So that's your initial order. And if your initial order goes in 15 days, you get the extra product. But if it goes in at least in your first 2 months, you can get one of the bundles, okay? So after that, Let's say you do a big order, let's say you don't even matter. It kicks into the next thing, and it's called Ready, Set, Keep Selling. And this is what is new in Mary Kay, okay? So the Ready, Set, Keep Selling is anytime in your first 4 months of being in the business, okay? So let's say you do your first order, no matter what it is. Then anytime in your first 4 months you hit a $600 level again, you know, not even all at one time. Let's say it's $225, then you do a $400. It'll come up and go, hey, you won a bundle, and it's a $110 bundle. So, and you can win up to 6 of those. And these bundles have the Miracle Set. They have some other cool things in them, like the charcoal mask, microderm, satin lips, and they're all worth about from $100 to $110. So that's one way to do it too. So, you know, that's pretty awesome because you can win the free products every single time you order and get up to 600. So, and then, okay, so then here's another way, team building. So I'm going to take Rico, Miss Rico, that's on our call today. She just signed up 2 people, and the 2 people that she signed up, once they become what we call Great Start Qualified, which means that they have ordered $600, either in their initial order or maybe they ordered it over 4 months. It doesn't matter, or their first 4 months. Every time you recruit someone, when you're new in your first 4 months, you're going to get 2 product bundles free, $220 of free products. That's a lot. So if you got, let's say, well, Veronica is on here, and she has actually signed up 14 people since she's been in Mary Kay. If all 14 people order 600 within their first 4 months, okay, so she is going to get $2,800 of free products. $2,800. Isn't that amazing? So you can build your inventory by recruiting people. And then as they sell and order products to the company, then you're going to get that free product too. So that is a great way to build. So basically, as a new consultant, your whole first 4 months, it's always like Santa Claus has arrived at your door. Every single time you order, you get a little closer to another bundle. And in Mary Kay, there's some program. It's called the You Hold the Key. You get jewelry every single time. If you do at least a 600 in a month, you get a piece of beautiful jewelry that has keys on it. And we love our key jewelry. It's so pretty. It's funny. Well, no, I don't have any of my key jewelry on today. I usually wear it almost every day, but that's awesome too. Okay, so that's just a little bit about inventory. Now, one thing that I didn't tell you that you can also do is you can sell your way to get some inventory. I had a new consultant that signed up last week, and we did her first party. We sold almost $600, and we placed a $600 order. So when the order came in, she got $330 free. So it's like that she won an additional $930 free. Isn't that amazing? So that's one great thing about selling your way to it. So you can start out with a little bit, and then if you hold enough parties, you can get qualified easy and get that free product. So don't let anything I'm telling you stop you from your Mary Kay. And someone just asked, do they ever do silver jewelry? They do. There's different silver. This year it's kind of been more of the gold theme, but I feel like next year, starting July, it'll be a lot of silver because our director suits are black with pearls and silver. So you'll probably see some silver next year. I know I like silver too. So anyway, that's a little bit about the inventory. I just wanted to cover that one more time so maybe y'all can understand. And when you get ready to do your first order, you want to get with your recruiter or your director and let us help you with it so that we know the stuff that sells really, really good. And it's basically the things that are on the placemat. That's what really sells great. That's in your starter kit. And that's what we emphasize at the parties, okay? Now, let's talk about booking. I want to talk about booking because, you know, you can have all the inventory in the world, but it doesn't just fly off your shelf unless you book something, right? So in Mary Kay, there's a program called the Perfect Start. And the Perfect Start is where you hold 8 parties, you book 8 parties and you hold 5 in your first 2 weeks. Now, you may go, whoa, that's a lot. Well, it's maybe 2 one week and 3 the next. And you can even hold 3 on one day, like, I know one Saturday I did one in the morning at 10, and then I did one at 12, and I did one that night at 6. And that day, so I facialed like, I don't know, I think 12 people or more that day. One party was little, only had 3 people there. But so you don't, it doesn't have to be, every single night of the week. But that's a goal for you. And a perfect start is 5 parties. However, it also will count it if you do 15 people. But really doing the parties, you're going to not, if you do 15 individual facials, it's going to take a lot longer than just 5 parties. All right. So how do you book a perfect start? Well, when I started Mary Kay, one thing about it is you've never held a party. So you really have never asked anyone to do a party, right? So what you do is you can text people or just get on the phone and call your girlfriends and say, hey, Kate, this is Cleta with Mary Kay. Well, you don't have to say it, excuse me. You're talking to a friend. I say, hey, Kate, this is Cleta, what you doing? Talk to her for a minute and say, well, you're not going to believe this, but I have signed up to become a Mary Kay beauty consultant. And before you say anything, just know I've got to borrow your face. And now this is a good friend, okay? You go, I need to borrow your face. And I have a challenge to do 15 faces in my first 15 days, just to get my feet wet. And so I just need you to come over and let me pull out my stuff and we'll give you a facial and let you try it. And if she is your good friend, she is going to say yes, right? I mean, I'm sure you've done some stuff for her you didn't want to do. And so that's the way you book your good friends. You just call them and say, I need to borrow your face. All right. And then if they go, all right, I use Mac, say, okay, that's fine. I still just need to borrow your face. All right. I just need you to try it. And I just really need to practice. That's it. And if she agrees, then you say, okay, what's better for you, Tuesday or Thursday? 6 or 7, and get a date and get a time. And then this is the key, you guys. Then you say, I'll say, Kate, okay, I got you down at 7 o'clock. Where you're going to come over here to my house on Thursday night. Now, I'm going to need a big favor. I need you to invite 3 to 5 women to come with you because I really want to get my perfect start done. And it's really going to be more fun with more people there. And I know 2 or 3, 4 or 5 people that can come with you. And plus, if you do that, you'll be my hostess and I'll give you free products. How does that sound? And most people will say, all right, I'll try to get some people. That's just what I found. I mean, they'll say, all right, I'll try to say, okay. And then if I know them well, I might even say, hey, what about seeing if your mom and your sister could come? And then what about Susie? And I'll give her some ideas of people to invite. And then what I do is there's a little program, a little app called Pitt Collage. And I just get on that little Pitt Collage and I send her a little invitation to the party. And I just put the day, the time, and the address. And I say, I'm going to send you a little invitation that you can text to your people. And they always like that. So that's another thing that I do to make it easy. And it's not complicated, you guys. I don't know. You'll probably have seen a lot of different Pitt collages, but I will show you how it looks. The one that I just booked a party, and she's like, okay. So let me find it on here. But it takes about 5 minutes to do it. So you can call me later if you don't know how to do those, and I'll walk you through it. Okay, okay, here's one. So I'll just show you this. Hopefully you can see it from back there. You might not can. Maybe not. Okay. So if you're looking at it, it just has you're invited, and then I have the day and the time, and then my phone number and stuff on it. And then I just send that to her, and she's just using this to text off her guests. So that's easy. And so that's how you'll do. So you'll make a list, and then you'll just start calling them. Okay. Now you can text them too. I know everybody's into texting. Texting is great. It takes a little longer when you text everybody than just picking up the phone and calling them. Now, another thing you can do is you can Facebook message them, and you can say, hey, Veronica, I need to ask you something. You got a second that I can actually call you? And they go, yeah, sure, call me. And then you pick up the phone and call them. Okay? And if they say, no, I'm at work, you'll have to text me. Then you can text her. But if you can call her, like this, I had a bunch of brides that I did a bridal fair booth, and I just basically said, hey, I got their names, and I text them, and I said, I got your name from the booth, and you have won a prize. Is it better for me can I call you, or is it better for me to text? And then on those people, some people go, yeah, sure, call. And the ones I called, I got, I told them everything about it, and I booked the day, the time, the place, and it didn't take me any time at all. The ones I had to text, is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know what I mean? So if you start texting and they're talking to you, just say, hey, can I just call you? And then just call them real quick. Now if it's your mom, your sister, your aunt, just pick up the phone and call them. They're going to answer, and some people answer anyway, because especially if you never call them, they're going to go, what's she doing? She must really need something, right? So it kind of works in your favor if you never use the phone, because they're going to answer, because they're going to be nosy to see what you want. So you want to just call and make those booking calls and just say you're in a challenge to do 15 faces in your first 2 weeks. And then the power starts when you do 30 faces in your first 30 days. So you just say, hey, I'm in a challenge to do 30 faces in my first 30 days, Mary Kay. I just need to borrow your face. I promise I'll give it back. And these booking scripts, you can find them out there, or text me and I'll give them to you. But the thing about it is, you guys, it's so much easier if you will just go ahead and say, all right, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this training in. And then if you do your perfect start and your power start, and then you decide, hey, you know what? That's enough. I got 30 customers. I don't need any more. That's okay. You can just sell to those 30 customers the rest of your life and get your own products at half price and make a little tiny money. But you may get into it like I did. After my first week, I sold $400. I'm like, are you kidding me? I got $400. Now, this is 30 years ago, you guys, but it was a lot more money than remember I told you I only made $130. So when I made $400 in my first week, I thought, oh, I could do a party every day and every night. Because I like to make money, and it was fun to me. It was a lot more fun than my job, right? My regular job. So I enjoyed it. And it was, what I did is I tried to book from the parties. And, at the parties, you have a profile card that looks like this, that you have people write all their information. And then you do a little game while the mask is drying. And on the back, you get referrals. And so every time I do a party, I get referrals. And then I take those names, and then those are the ones I call for my next bookings, or I text them, either way. So it's kind of like, if you will start doing your parties and play the referral game, you will never run out of names. You'll never have to go door to door and peddle Mary Kay, because you're just going to call. These are warm leads, from your customers. And that's how I get my names. Every now and then I'll do a booth, or I'll have a facial jar somewhere that I'll have people drop their, a little form in if they want to have a facial. But really, I use my leads because it's easy, and I've already got all these names. I literally have a whole stack of, I'll show you right here for those of you that are called in, that are viewed in. I have a whole stack of cards right here. I may just have to give some to y'all. Look at this right here. All of these, there's like 60, and every single one of them on the back have names. So like names and numbers. And so honestly, I would never have to go hand my card out to anybody again the rest of my Mary Kay life. Just work these names and numbers right here. And so really what I like to do is, at a party, if someone gives me 4 or 5 names, what I like to do is sit down and say, hey, you know what? I can call all these and ask them to have a facial, but would you like to just be a hostess and invite them? And then I'll give you a bunch of free product for helping me. And they're like, all right. And then they'll do that. And then that way, I don't even have to text them. I'll let them text them. They're their friends anyway, right? But if they go, no, I don't want to, I'll go, okay, and then I'll text them. Does that make sense? So you want to play the referral game at every single party so you get all those names, all right? But I want to mention this before we kind of wrap it up tonight, is so in Mary Kay, you signed up. I know you want to make some money. You're excited. You get your kit in. It's beautiful. And it's like a new Bible. You just want to read it, right? You just want to go through it and you want to use it. But the kit does not do anything if it sits in your house. And you can look at it all day long. You can, take your date book and flip through it. But if you don't make the phone calls and you don't put some product on women's faces, you're not going to sell as much. So if you will just make that effort, I will tell you that every time I do a facial, I have women go, I'm just so surprised that I like this as much as I do. I really wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do. And so people just don't know how great the products are. And if you will let them try it, you will either sell to them, you will book a party with them, and or you'll sign them up to be a consultant like you. That's it. It's that easy. And so that's what happened to Rika, who's on here tonight. I haven't even gotten the details, but I know she had a party, and I know 2 agreements went in. So she probably sold some stuff, and then she got 2 new team members. So it's pretty exciting. And so let me tell you this, if you're new and you signed up in March or April, May, or June, which is coming up, March, April, May, and June, Mary Kay is doing a special, and your first 3 people you sign up, like Rico, her first 2 people, she's got 1 more left, they got to buy their kit for only $75. So isn't that amazing? So if you are new in March, April, May, or June of this year, because somebody may be watching this after I do the video, then you have 3 people that you can sign up, your first 3 people, and Mary Kay's going to knock $25 off their starter kit. That is almost $400 worth of products for $75. And if I told you that you could go to Walmart and give me $75, here's a Walmart gift card for $400. There is not a woman or a man that would not take advantage of that, right? Because that's a great deal. And of course now, and you got a business, now you got products that you can make some money too and go out and share the product. So it's a lot of fun. But I just wanted to go over that with the inventory a little bit. I want to go over about booking your perfect start and about team building, because it's full circle, Mary Kay, is when you're booking, you're holding your parties, you're booking future parties, and you're sharing the opportunity with the people that are there, because that's how we all got in, Mary Kay, is someone shared the opportunity with us. So if you're just saying, hey, you know what, I'm just going to sell. Well, what if there's a girl there that really wants to sell? You're not going to let her, even give her the chance to sign up? So this is what I say to you. If you say, no, I'm not going to recruit people, then when you find people who want to sign up, you say, call my director, Cleta, because I'll sign them up, right? Because you will make more money on a recruit in the long run than you will on a customer. I promise you. Think about the girl that signed me up. She's been making a commission check on me for 30-something years. Had she kept me just as a customer, I already know what would have happened. I would have moved to Georgia, and I would have found a Mary Kay consultant in Georgia. I just would have. It was before cell phones. I would have found a girl local to buy from, and then I might have stayed on Mary Kay. I might have started buying something else. But since she recruited me, she makes a commission check on me every single month for 33 years. And, you say, well, what kind of check? Well, like if I order $1,000, she makes $130. If I order $22,000, she makes $260. Because she gets a 13% check on me, because she has over 5 recruits and she always does a $600. So if you have 5 that order in a month and you do a $600, you get a 13% check on your team members, which is pretty awesome. So anyway, it's worth it. It's worth it. Especially right now, there is a contest where you can win a cruise to the Bahamas by signing up 6 people and helping 3 of those people get 3 people. And so we're all going to the Bahamas together. And you can go too. It's for new people too. Consultants are winning it. And the cool thing about a consultant is one of the requirements is to do a 3,600. And so new consultants come in with 3,600 a lot of times. So they're like, check, got that one done. Now I just need to go get 3 people and help 3 people get 3 people. So like Veronica, for example, she signed up in February and she signed up 14 people. 5 of her 14 people have already gotten team members. 2 have already gotten 2 people. So she is so close to winning the cruise, it's not even funny. Like, she's going to be the first one probably in our unit to finish it. Boom, done. And so it's exciting, right? But I just want to welcome you guys to Mary Kay. You can sell products in a lot of ways. You can take your books and you can leave them at places. You can talk to people, because Mary Kay does have a good reputation, and say, hey, I'd love to leave you a book. There's something you'd like to order. You can obviously get on Facebook and do a business page. There's instructions of the correct way to do that. It's on Mary Kay In Touch. You just go to resources. You'll see something that says digital zone, and it says how to create a Facebook business page. And on that page, you can do specials. You can do all kind of stuff. But you can't do specials and advertise, like say, do you want to buy something on your Facebook public page? That's against Facebook rules because it's a business. So you could put that you sell Mary Kay, and you could put awesome products and how you love it. And you could even put your website underneath it, but you just can't say, message me if you want to order, and things like that. You could put that you're having a sales meeting and you're doing facials, but you can't say, do you want to come and be my guest? Okay, you have to say it in a way that you're not asking. They call it a call to action. Or Facebook will shut you down and say, hey, you're trying to run a business on your personal page. You need a business page. So I know a little bit of that is confusing, but that is, it's like Facebook rules, not ours, you know, and Mary Kay will call you on it too. So you kind of be careful. If you have any doubts, I know you're new, ask me as your recruiter and we can help you walk through that. But it's an opportunity out here for you guys that you can really do anything you want to do in this business. You have to have a good attitude. You got to like people, and, you know, you got to be willing to work. That's it. And so if you have a bad attitude, you hate people, and you don't want to work, this is probably not the company for you. There's probably not any company for you, really, if you don't want to work and you hate people. I don't know. There might be, but I know that's not you, or you wouldn't be in the company right now. So I am going to see if there's any questions from some of you that are on the phone right now. I mainly wanted to show you how you can build your inventory by recruiting, by, you know, selling and ordering, and take advantage of these first 3 months where there's just such a great opportunity. And after the first 3 months, I mean, you still can make, you know, you don't get the bundles free, but you still, of course, make 50% profit. You get $50 bonus on every Great Start qualified recruit, $50. When you're a first-time Star Team builder, that's 3 people that have just placed an active order, $225, you get a $100 bonus. So y'all could all do that this month. 3 people, $100 bonus. And take that $100 and go blow it. Do whatever you want to with it. You might as well, right? So there's money to be made. There's money to be made. So pick up the phone. Don't be afraid to call people. It's a great product. Wear it yourself. Be the brand. You know, you need to have Mary Kay on your little face when you're out and about. Don't go to a party and go, oh, this is Mac. No good. You want to say, oh, this is my Mary Kay. So if you have to get some out of your kit to wear to your first party, then do it. But you need to have it on your face, because you're going to be your best walking advertisement. All right. So I just want to welcome you all into Mary Kay again. Thank y'all for calling in or listening back to this video. And I just know God's going to bless you and your business, and we're all going to the top together, right? Yes. All right. So I'm going to stop the recording, and I'm going to just take some questions. Okay.